Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. Everything must be set up correctly. Now, I'm just checking in on my viewer here, and I'll have to move my microphone over. Sorry if that ruined your hearing. Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. Hello everybody, welcome everything back. Must be set everything up correctly. Now, I'm correctly checking in. I think this must... oh yes. That's because I have that set up there. Okay. Okay, this must be working. I hope your hearing isn't ruined by that. Hello everybody, welcome. If you read the title, today I'll be checking out the new Hitfilm Pro. Now, I actually was a beta tester for this, so you know, I have used this program way before the official release, but still I want to go over some of the features, some of the new features that I think are really cool. So if you have anything that you want me to check out, you can leave that in the live chat. I also put the question in the live chat, so you know, if you have something that you want me to show, I think I'll just work off my list. I have a list next to me with the new features, and let's see, what can I use? I have, this is a piece of video that I shot today. By the way, since the release, I've edited 3 videos in Hitfilm Pro, and I absolutely love it. I really like also that you can now have the playback quality and resolution, so you can have the playback quality on draft and then resolution maybe on quarter if you're working on something that's really big, and then the paused resolution can be on full. So if you pause your shot, you have a shot that looks really good. So we have some people watching. So I want to start with, you can now edit keyframes in the editor timeline. So before, say I have, wait, I'll go over here because the takes before that didn't work out. So this is the video I released today announcing the live stream for next week, which, by the way, if you haven't seen that video, next week at the same time that this week started, there will be another live stream, which is a live Q&A in on how I made my latest short film. I get the question from Small Town Cinemas: have you ever experimented with the 3D capabilities of Pro? No, I haven't really looked into the 3D capabilities. I know that you have this stuff here. I have experimented with Pro, and I've edited some, edited some stuff with Mocha. But I haven't really looked into the 3D models. However, I have used these, and also in the presets, 3D effects gunfire. I have used gunfire, of course, which is great. So yeah, good question. Papa, I just want to know, what are the most useful features now added that is a major improvement over Pro 2017 and hence convinced me to upgrade? Well, I'm not sure if you were here when I said it, but you can now edit keyframes on the editor timeline. Before, you had to do that in a composite shot, but now, say if I want to edit or if I want to keyframe a blur, so I can now, you see these ones, I can now set it first to 0, then move in here 15, which creates this keyframe. So you can adjust the keyframing here. Then you can add text in the editor instead of having a separate composite shot. You have new behavior effects, which can be really useful, a puppet tool, geometry effects, which you can add to text, which are extrude, bevel, and rotate. Then you have new 360 video tools. We have a whole bunch of 360 video tools, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you have that. Then a feature which I think is really cool for people editing on the go, the export feature pauses when you close the program, and then when you open the program again, it will continue where it left off. So this can be really useful when you're, like, say, editing something on a flight, and you have to get off, then just close the program, close your computer, and then later on you can open the software again and it will continue exporting. And then the playback quality is customizable. So during the playback, I can set like to quarter. So now I can now play back with the denoise effect on it. I can play it back comfortably. So what I can do now, when I play it back, the quality drops, but then when I pause it again, the quality raises again. And you can customize this. I just have it set to full, so you can create smoother playback. So I hope that answered the question of Papa. So I think those are some pretty cool changes. Smalltown Cinema says, cool, I'm operating in the demo of Pro. I don't intend on officially purchasing it anytime soon due to its price. Yeah, I get you completely. I'm 14. I have a small job of a few hours. For me, it's also too expensive. The only way I'm having this is because I'm a beta tester. So, you know, I test the software, and as a reward, I get this version. So yeah, but I definitely think it has some cool new features. So thank you guys for the questions. So I was actually planning on showing you these things. So that is that was the part of keyframing, some stuff. So I can also say, if I go to color correcting, hue, saturation, and lightness, I can now go in here and have hue shift, and over here 360. Oh wait, I'm not sure how far it goes. It's just 180. Okay, so you can see here I can now keyframe that stuff. That is very interesting. I think I got the audio to work. I got the audio to work before I started. Yes, it should work. Okay. Haven't figured that out, the audio. Weird. So you can see that I can now edit the keyframes, and this has saved me a lot of time. I can now do some quick edits that would have taken me a quite long time when I have to make a composite shot and then make sure that the composite shot goes back in and that kind of stuff. So yes, I really like that. Any new features to audio is a question that I get from Papa. Let's see. There's this auto sync feature. Therefore I'll need the audio as well. And I didn't got it to work yesterday, but I merged audio and video, and then just says that it doesn't link up. Yeah, but I'll look into that later in the stream. And there's a audio hard limiter, or at least there's supposed to be an audio hard limiter. I'll also look into that. So for audio, there's not too much. No, I think that's it. The auto sync, which was in earlier versions, but might be improved. So yeah, now I haven't got the auto sync to work, which I think is a little bit stupid. So I'll go into the reference manual over here. There we go. Hitfilm Pro, search, sync. Audio and video sync. If we are recording separate files, you can synchronize them. Yeah, I think that is only if the video doesn't have any audio. Wait, no. So I'm not really getting this one. And then the limiter. Yes, audio compressor now includes a hard limiter. So that's compressor. There we go. So that in here you have a audio hard limiter. So that I think that makes sure that it doesn't exceed something. Oh, by the way, here is the whole list of stuff that has been improved. So the performance has some better performance stuff. Native support for .mov files on Windows without requiring QuickTime, so that's nice. Then improved Bezier graph tools, so that's nice. And then the puppet effect clone effect. I am not sure what that would do. Generate clone. What can I do with this? Clones. I don't know what that would do. Oh, there we have it. That is weird because here you can see. Oh, now that can create some. Oh, that's trippy. Wait, no. Whoa, that really is trippy. So, clone mode normal, mirror. Wait, what does dual do? Ah, that creates it on both sides. Whoa. Okay. I get another question of Pawpaw, and the question is: does the Hitfilm or third-party VST plugins Waves VST? What is Waves VST? Let's see. Audio plugins for mixing, mastering, and recording. I'm not sure. I don't think. No, I don't think you can add. I don't think you can add those. Plugins, Hitfilm plugins, no. Oh, wait, current compatible hosts include Premiere Pro, After Effects, but wait. That's Ignite Pro. No. I'm sorry. Well, for as far as I know, it's not compatible. I'm sorry. That's trippy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait. If I can do this. Papa says I use them in Sony Vegas and are very useful. Yeah, I personally have not used Sony Vegas, so I'm. Yeah. That is so creepy. That is very creepy. I like the clone effect. I think that you can make some pretty cool effects. So that's mirror dual. I'm not sure what the difference is here, but so normal's one side, and then dual. Add lighten. So position offset. Ooh. You can create some really, I think you can create some really trippy effects with this. Okay, let's see if I can create some effect. And I'm using this on the editor timeline, so not even in a composite shot. So I have here, and I'll cut the video here. And this one here, I want the number of clones to be like, is 20 the maximum? Can't rate. Okay, 20 is the maximum. And then I will keyframe some other stuff. So I'll set the blending mode to lighten. And set this to dual. So 0. And set it like over here to this, and maybe have them like a little bit like that. And then some rotation offset. We can create like 10 times. Okay. Whoa, that is maybe a little bit too much. Okay, maybe if we just set it to 2 times, would that work? I'm not sure. Nope, that's also too much. Then we'll set it to, I want it to move like really slowly. Yeah. Okay, so I'm really sure that you can create some really fancy effects with that. So that's nice. Okay. Then what I wanted to show off is the text effect. So you can now add text right onto your clip in here. Then you can, over here, you can change what it says. And then you can blend, you can blend them. So I always have my text set to overlay, and then you can format them with fonts and styles and alignments. And when you have something that you like, you can save it as a preset. I do need to warn you though, when you save it as a preset, it also saves the text, so that might be useful for creating some custom assets. And I have a thing called Bebe's center overlay, so that's some of the text that you see in my videos. So now I can just set it to test, and in the transform properties, I can go up here and change the rotation a bit, and in the format, I can also go into the font sizing and change the size of the text. You can also keyframe the position, so you can create some really fancy stuff with that. Then let's see, I think I'll have to go into a composite shot for that, so that's what I'll do. By the way, are there some more questions that you guys have about the new Hitfilm Pro? If so, I would love to know. So what I'll add is text. That's a beautiful text. Then I'll set the font to Bebes, make it really big, and center it. Now, there are these geometry effects. So that's under geometry, and you have bevel, extrude, and rotate. Now, what I'll do is I'll add a camera, and then perspective. Wait, that's no, that's a grade. Camera, that's what I meant. And then, now it's a 2D shape, but if I'll use the extrude function, and I don't know why I can't see my text. I'm really not sure. What? That is weird. I should be able to see my text. I am so stupid. I didn't put this on a 3D plane. Good evening. There we go. Ugh, oh my goodness. Okay, so as you can see, I now applied the extrude effect, which, as you might have guessed, extrudes your text. So I'll try to, wait, let's show it from the top. You can see now that I can extrude my text, and I can also change it to back or front or both, and then I can add a little bevel. You can see that that adds a bevel like this. So then that should also work. Okay, so Kyberix says you need to turn the text into 3D. Yes, thank you. I figured that out. It's 7:20 p.m. so it's late. I'll blame it on the time. Then too much creativity to give this a single name says it's still 2D text. Yes, thank you guys for pointing that out. Paw asked what new for the particle system and the ready-made particle effects. Let's see. Particles and simulation. So this is the stuff here, and then I'm not sure if we have, yes, particle simulator. So I'm not sure if there's any new stuff, so I'll take a look into that. Reference manuals, let's see. New in Hitfilm Pro. Enlighten me. So let's see. We're at particle. No, I don't think there's anything new in that. Features, geometry, behavior, 360. Nope. I don't think there is. No. But thank you for your question. So now, if we have this from the front, wait, if we have it from active camera, you can now see that with the extruded text, if I extrude this even more, this is a over exaggeration. If you can see it, because we have a camera, you can now see the bottom and top faces. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay. So I have to look something up right here. Compositing 3D. So I'm not a very skilled person in the 3D workspace. So yeah, 4 types of light. I'm trying to set up a light, but I am quite a noob on the light aspect. So if someone knows how to add a light, I would be delighted to know. I'm sorry, that was the most terrible pun ever. So again, I think I've never done anything in the 3D workspace. So I'm not sure if too much creativity to give this a single name, or Kybrick knows. If you guys do, I would be delighted to know. So that is, what do we have here? The dolly on a new layer. Whoa, new layer. Click for lights. Thank you. You are my savior, Kybrick. Perspective. So let's see if I can find that here. Oh my goodness. And then let's pull that out. Let's have a little bit of that here. Reset. Ooh, that is really fancy. So I'll scale this to fit. So as you can see, this is all done with the geometry tools. So you can see this is the extrude and bevel effects. And now if I transform this one, you can see that with this light, it interacts. It interacts actually with the geometry tools. So I have this extrusion and also the bevel. So now if I go into the bevel, I can set the height. For this, I can make some really weird looking text. I think I'm actually reversing it now. Yeah. And then you also have the expansion, in which you can create some really funky looking stuff. So I'll reset that, reset the current view. So yeah, I am really excited for this stuff. Now let's see. And I haven't used Pro for too long, so you also have this Boris Continuum Complete, so that's for text and special titles. Too much creativity. Whoa, I'm trying to get fluent into pronouncing your name. Let's open it on the chat here. It's too much creativity to give this a single name. Okay. 3D Workspace needs some time to get familiar with. Yep. I am familiar with other 3D programs. I've used Blender, Fusion 360, all that kind of stuff, because I'm kind of into product design. That's a field that I like. So you can also just take this out and have the bevel sit on the text like this, and I think this looks really cool. So that's some really awesome text stuff. So we have bevel, extrude, but what does rotate do? I think that's just, oh wow, that is epic. Okay, so let's reset, and then I'll have the keyframes. I'll set this to 5 seconds right there, and then have 1 times 1 times 1 times. So now let's see, what do we have? That is epic. So it turns around. What? Okay, that is some crazy stuff right there. Okay, and now what if I set this to 5? This is some really funky stuff. I love it. Too much creativity. I fail every time. Too much creativity to give this a single name. Okay, I'm getting better at it. How much does the full package including Ignite and the other stuff cost? Okay, so now you're talking about Hitfilm Studio, which, if you guys don't know, that is a new package that the Hitfilm team launched. It's Hitfilm Studio. So now it is a Thanksgiving sale, and here it says 440 euros. So let's see, 525 US dollars. That's what I have here. Now, yes, so that includes Hitfilm Pro, Ignite Pro, and Action Pro, which is the new another new piece of software which the Hitfilm team made. And then you get the 12 months of updates and technical support, because if you guys didn't know, the update system has changed, or the licensing system, I should say. Okay. So that stuff, and 12 months of free updates and support. Yeah, that's some good stuff, because you don't buy a version, rather you pay for 12 months of updates. So what you then, you don't pay for the version, but then you get 12 months of updates, so they can bring out more regular updates instead of once a year. So I think that's really cool. And then if you stop paying, so if you don't pay for the next year, you get to keep the version you have, so you can just continue with that. So if you don't feel that you want to update, then you just don't. And then say in a year, when you want to get back into video making, you pay another amount of money, and then you get the 12 months of updates again. So that's great. Kybrick says I'm getting it on Monday. So yes, you should. Now, personally, I don't use Ignite Pro because Hitfilm's the only thing that I'm working with. I have used Premiere Elements, but you know, that's the version that I have is now 4 years old, so it's not so good. Papa says, have you used Action Pro? No, I haven't. Even though I am a beta tester, I have not been notified until the release day. So it says, it looks cool. Shall we watch the introduction? But I'm not sure if you guys can... No, you guys can't hear the audio. Okay, I have an idea. If I go to YouTube here, I should be able to take out this time continue. Should be able to have this, and I'll try to get this into a scene. So duplicate this up here. Okay, now I'm now switching over to something. The screen looks black to you guys now. Wait, I'm trying to fix this. Nope. Oh, am I putting this on the... Okay, no, that doesn't work. Okay, I'm sorry, I was trying out something fancy. So, I haven't used Action Pro, no, but it looks really cool. Because, why can't I find it? Action Pro. There we go. So what it says is, tired of tedious keyframing? Take animation into your own hands, literally, with our brand new motion building software, Action Pro Beta. Easily transform real-world motion from your mouse pad and leap motion device into professional 2D and 3D animations. No clunky graphs, no numbers. Record your moves and watch your animations come to life. So this is some 3D stuff that can really be useful for animators and 3D artists. So I think that is really cool. Now my chair is breaking down, so that's really nice. One of the wheels is loose, so it keeps falling off, and then I almost fall off my chair. Okay, there we go. So this is really great for animation artists and stuff. So you can have I haven't watched the video. I'm so stupid that I did not realize that this was a video. So I'll be looking into that, but somehow I can't get you guys the desktop audio. Now I think I know why, but I'll go into that later. So really, I think this is some really funky stuff. Now let me go into pictures, YouTube. So what I want to do is create a new plane layer with the Hitfilm blue, or Hitfilm blue. I meant Film Empire blue. So now let's see. Transform. Here again, you can also have the behaviors effect. What happens if I add bevel to the? Oh, I can't edit. Okay, that kind of makes sense. But wait, this is over here. Interesting. So drop shadow. Oh wait, that should be on the text, of course. How does that work then? That's some really funky stuff right there. So, I should be able to have the text interact, right? I should be able to do that. Now again, I'm a real noob to the 3D workspace, because simply I've been using Hitfilm Express for most of the time, but then I got asked, hey, do you want to test the new Hitfilm Pro? And of course I want to test the new Hitfilm Pro. So yes, generate 3D animated lasers. Yes, please. I love it. It's also just so fun to, like, you don't have to make anything, but it's just experimenting. Just experimenting with stuff. That's something that I really enjoy. So 0, 0. I'll have to set this one. That's epic. So if someone knows how to make the text drop a shadow onto the plane, I would love to hear from you. I think I know how. There we go. But that is, now I think that the text, that's fancy. Material illuminated receives shadows. So, oh, I think I have cast shadows off here. Material cast shadows. What is it? Receives reflection, receive reflection. Yes, the effect on the text is indeed pretty epic. Now I'm trying to get the I'm trying to get the text to give off a shadow. Reset. Okay. So that does not work. And maybe that doesn't work with this text. That could very much be a thing. But duplicate your text and add exposure, but gamma down to 0. Sure, why not? Text over here. Then add exposure with the gamma down to 0. Yes, that does work, but there should just be an effect that I think it should be possible that you just have the light and then have that it works like ray scattering. So or ray tracing, that's the name. So that the light passes the text and then it leaves a shadow. So so yeah, the geometry effect is some really cool stuff. Now what I also wanted to look into is the behavior effects, because that's a completely new folder, and you can have some quite epic things. Now I haven't tested something with this. Let's rename everything. So that is the light. This is a camera. This is my text. And this is my background. Okay. So now I'll have the text set to the point. So now I can just move the point. What on earth? I said move the point. Yes. Oh, yeah, because the light stays in place. Yes. Cool. So I have this, and then I want a duplicate of the text, and I want that set to 0.2. So now I can have one of the text over here and one of the text over there. That's some really funky stuff. By the way, with the geometry, that's the rotate, but I'll just remove rotate for now. So we just have this, yes. So I'll set that to 0.2, 0.1. Okay, so now if everything is alright, it should... Yes, you see that it works, that it works quite nicely, actually. You can create some really cool stuff. So you basically pull the other thing right there. So, you know, you can create some stuff right there. But what I want to look into more is wait, we also have gravity. So what is gravity? Oh wow. Huh. That's funny. Oh, that's also really nice that they have 980 pixels per second, because if some of you out there know that gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared? I think it's meters per second squared. Yes. Well, that's the acceleration, of course. So, you know. So we have some gravity. Attract to, repel from. So let's have target P1. So now it should... Wait. That is weird. That does not what I would think it would do. That is interesting. Okay, so those are the behavior effects, and that is pretty cool. Or I think that's pretty cool, you know. So do we have some other new things? I think that's about it. Yes. Was in video vertical text? Yes. So these are like the biggest effects. I'll read the list. So you have sequence, animation tools, adaptive trimmer, create text in editor tool, which is like the under the generate tab, which I showed you earlier. There's the text here, text, so you can create text right in your video. Vertical video effect, auto sync, audio hard limiter, behavior effects, the puppet tool. Yes, that's well requested. It's a really big requested thing. So you can see that it now generates a mesh, and I should be able how does that work? Let me check, because the puppet tool should be like a really cool thing, because you know, animation puppets. Oh, there's not a guide yet. Oh, I thought maybe it would have a guide. 10. Oh. Okay, yes. So, okay. Let's move that down to 4. So then we have position 1. -2, 3, 5. -2, 3, 5. -2, 3, 5. -2, 3, 5. Okay. -1, 3, 5. 0. -50. Nah, that can move down like a little bit like this. -75. And then if this one just up here. Okay. So okay, so that's the edit, and now, whoa, that is extremely fancy. We can now create some really jiggly text. It like distorts it, sort of. Whoa, that is some really cool stuff right there. Okay, now I'll delete the bevel effect, because you know, I'm kind of torturing it. That is awesome. Okay, so when you're okay, teddy bear. I'll be looking for a teddy bear. How's it called? Clip art. Would clip art work? Yes. Maybe, maybe not. Teddy bear animation. No. Teddy bear drawing. I'm trying to find a wait. I'm trying to find something. Stick figure. Would that work? Trying to find a nice person. Yes, that should work. Desktop. Okay, so now I have a stick figure. Hooray. So I'll delete the text. Let's enlarge the person. Add the puppet tool. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Okay. So, generate mesh. Sure. 9 points. So I want point 1. Minus 15. Minus 135. This one I want it to be 15. 135. That should work, right? What on earth? Oh, haha, it's minus 135. 15. Wait, maybe 17 minus 17. Okay. We have minus 17 and 17 here as well, but then like knees minus 80. This is some really fun stuff. I didn't request the puppet tool, but you know, I can really see why people would request this. You can see that the mesh, it fixes to the closest mesh point, or to the closest mesh line. Minus 47. This one I'll set to 47. You guessed it. Minus 17, and then minus 47 and 47 again, but then raise it like elbow height 26. Yes. And oh, that can be 0, but I want this to be in the head. Cool. So now I have the control points done. I can now go to the animation. Whoa, that's some funky stuff right there. I can also, wow, there's some really funky stuff. I love it. It's pretty cool. Wow, that is some really funny stuff. So now we have a really weird looking guy. It's I don't think this is too healthy for him, but you know, why not? Oh my goodness, this can be quite funny. Okay, so I think that's about it. Now this is some this was just me fooling around in the new program. I think that this is a really cool update. There's some really nice stuff. So the puppet tool, I didn't think it would be that useful. Oh, Papa says so you can keyframe that. Yes, you can. So you can actually go to transfer effects, puppet, control points, and I can, if I want it like this, and now I can move it up, and you can see that this moves. And now if I pull this one a bit closer and have it on Bezier, you know, I can now, it's like this. It's not very realistic because, you know, I'm not a skilled animator, but yes, you can keyframe that. And I'll wrap it up. I'll be wrapping up the stream now. So what am I excited about? I really like the fact that I can go now onto the editing timeline and keyframe everything, almost every effect. So that is some really cool stuff. Then we have the puppet tool, which I didn't think I'd use very much, but I think I'll have some fun with that stuff. Then we have the geometry effects, so the extrude, bevel, and rotate, in which I can create some really freaking awesome text. The export function that pauses on closing. So I think all of that is some... Oh, and you can create text on the editor now. And I think that is some really fantastic stuff. Also, the playback quality and resolution, so that you can play it back faster, but when you stop it, it just goes back onto full res. And the export feature that pauses when you just shut down the program, but then when you open the program again, you can just continue where you left off. I think that is incredibly cool. So I think I'll wrap the stream up now. Next week, same time, so that is 7 p.m. my time, 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have a live stream where you guys can ask me questions on how I edited or how I created my newest short film, and I'll deconstruct it, so I'll show you my project file and how everything is put together. So I just uploaded a video this afternoon announcing the stream of next week. So I now get from Papa, great session, lots of useful info. Thank you. I hope this displayed some stuff that is useful for you guys. So I will thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week with a new video and a new live stream. Bye.